You're about to witness a seismic event.
Daddy, can you put on Skitbags radio?
No, go to bed.
Okay, yeah, that's the promo.
Yeah.
My boy's a little quiet. I'm gonna go check on my son. Kevin? Oh my God, Kevin! What are you doing?
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm baiting.
Kevin, Michael, Dewitt, you're only 10 years old. How do you even know about sex?
Dad, and you, because I watch.
You know what? I'm sick of your stuff. I'm sick of what you're doing through. And Kevin DeWitt, you know what you're going to end up like? You're going to end up like a skitbag. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to Skitbags Radio. Good to see you, folks. AKA Poppy nice. Carlo. And we got Kevin, Michael, DeWitt.
What's up?
A Skitbags family fave.
Yo, what is up?
Miss y'all.
Oh my God. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, special announcement. Happy motherfucking New Year.
Yeah.
First show of the new year. Big things on the horizon. Couldn't be more excited to have our friend, yours truly, Kevin DeWitt in his house.
First show 2019.
Yeah.
Tried to do one last week, but we were all hungover. So
We were still recuperating from 2018.
That's right. I know. I was on the phone with you.
That's right. But so we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. You've been in our world for eons. We love you, and you got all kinds of fun stuff coming on. But we are starting every episode with a breakdown of a movie or a TV show. And this week, our guest has picked Legacy of a White-Tailed Deer Hunter. And there's a caveat to this pick because our guest also is in the film we are breaking down, which is a first on the radio show.
Oh, shit.
It is the first time we've had a guest break down their own movie, and Kevin does an amazing job doing ADR for Mr. Daniel McBride.
He's like an Easter egg in the movie. You got to find him.
I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, could you see where he gets it from? I couldn't imagine how he ever got that gig. Yeah, man. So first of all, awesome fucking movie. I loved it.
Great movie.
Before we get into the plot of the movie and all that, first, real quick, how did you come across the gigs? You just get called by your agent and you just like go in for a read, or how did that work?
I was in a bar years ago, and this guy said, and I was, just being me in a bar.
Shocker.
And I come in, and the guy's just like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "I'm Kevin motherfucking DeWitt. Who the fuck are you?" And and he goes, "I've been looking for someone like you forever. He worked for William Morris, and they were looking for a dub for McBride, and I went in and I said a few things. April, and fuck that noise and whatnots. And they were like, "Fucking, you're hired." And every now and then I get a call and I get to go in, and it's fucking great.
So wait, this was like a true Hollywood story where you were just minding your business and some dude...
Oh, I wasn't minding my business.
They were minding yours.
But yeah, he just heard me out. And
he was discovered.
Wow, you got discovered.
Out on the street.
Did he touch you inappropriately?
Nope.
Oh.
By the way,
it goes the other way. Yeah.
Speaking of touching things and people inappropriately, Carl, what an amazing intro that was.
I had no idea how you were going to bring it back around.
I didn't either, but you killed it. You killed the game every time. And I just want to give our listeners out there some awareness. We got Mrs. DeWitt, lady moms up in the building. Miss Linda over here. So I'm sitting over here while Carl's doing that, looking at his mom in the corner, shitting my head, like just shaking my head, like this is it's a true Skitbags way to start off a show. But
Mrs.
apologies,
DeWitt
apologies, Mrs. DeWitt.
Yeah, she gets final cut approval.
Yeah, y'all have to understand that she raised me. So
we apologize. But you did an amazing job. All right, so the film Legend of a White-Tailed Deer Hunter. We both just watched it last night.
I was shocked when I discovered it wasn't a sequel to The Deer Hunter. Shocked. I was like, all right, when does the roulette start?
It's a great, surprisingly like heartfelt movie.
Yeah.
Like super, super heartfelt. It's the story of Josh Brolin, who is a professional hunter with one of those like cable TV hunting shows, like weekly hunting shows kind of things. And Danny McBride is his producer and cameraman, and the two of them go out and film hunting trips and excursions and stuff. And this particular trip, he's taking his young son, 12 or 13-year-old, hunting for the first time and to kill his first deer. So it's really like a bonding thing. The story's great. Great story, great acting.
Soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah. And like when you watch this movie, you could tell it's like a little bit geared towards what you could say is more conservative audience.
Yeah.
Like with the references, the tone, the music. But I watch it and I go, there's completely human moments in this tale of father and son. But there's also funny things like I would laugh at because I know people exactly like this back home. And I'm like, how many times have I been there and a dad has been pissed off and just grabs a bottle of whiskey and walks away and doesn't say anything. Like that's pretty much my childhood.
Right.
But it's I don't know. It touched my heart. I was really impressed with that. Kid fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
But
it's also another, David Gordon Green attached, and he has this ability to cast just like people that are local. And
is that kid local?
I don't know if he was, but like,
do you know where they filmed that at?
they filmed it all through like the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was thinking Pacific Northwest.
That's what I was
It's
thinking.
and it's so beautifully shot.
But then there's not really a whole lot of deer in the Pacific Northwest.
No,
is there?
no, it's
elk, maybe.
I thought the whole deep thing about the movie that there's actually no deer.
There is no deer.
Oh, that
makes
makes
it
talking
like
about that non-typical.
Wow, that was a beautiful non-typical.
Oh, man.
You got to go find that thing.
So,
And at the end, dude, that movie's just fucking great.
Okay, explain the last 10 minutes. Too.
yes.
Well, should we do that? Spoil the whole thing for the listeners?
Yeah, go fucking. It's Netflix. Who
It's
doesn't have
Netflix.
Netflix? Go turn it on and watch it.
Here's the thing: I've watched it I've never watched a movie over and over again because it's quick.
Yeah.
It's an hour 20 and it's cut just quick.
Yeah.
And I've watched it like fucking 8 times already.
It's easy to watch multiple times. I watched it for the first time right when it came out, and I clicked on it thinking, "Oh, hilarious comedy about hunting." Like that's what I assumed. Josh fucking Brolin.
Yeah.
And it's Brolin like I've never
McBride.
seen before. Like honestly, I think that's one of my favorite Brolin performances.
It had a hint of his W in there.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of like, and that might just be because of that country accent that I just associate it personally. But he definitely had the twang. But my God, like you see that guy almost tear up, pride from his son, and it makes you look like I saw your little puppy dog. And I'm like, I don't even have kids, but I love everyone.
There's a lot. I don't care what kind of guy you are. There's a lot of moments where you going jerk some tears.
Yeah,
Easily.
in a good way. Like you know,
and like I had that happy like, I wish I had a son.
So wait, is this guy, you see these guys are country, so is it like if Yosemite Sam had a son and took him out to kill his first deer or something?
No, it's just more just the culture of and I had buddies growing up that I never wanted to hunt. I like animals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll go dove hunting or I'll go fish or whatnot, but I love shooting guns. So I'd go out with them. I'd go out with them, and we all got 4-wheelers and shit, and that's just fun.
Yeah.
Especially growing up like this is like middle school years and whatnots. Like in the pines, mama. Remember them days? Yep.
Pines.
And you get it. Like that's just a way of growing up for a majority of.
That's a rite of passage kind of thing for a lot of my friends growing up. That's Southern Indiana, a lot of deer around there.
Yeah. It's a big, like, in a way, a religious deal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a majority of America. When you think, we got our big major cities, but it's only, 10, 15 solid, hard, major, heavy cities. The other 80% of the country is a lot of just space and shit, So you'd expect it to be really a large American culture.
It's huge. It's a large portion.
Ghetto folks like me with that experience.
Well,
That's a good rat in a water bug, though. I'll fuck a water bug up.
I'm hunting in the streets.
This kid is more of what you would say a city kind of kid. Like
City slicker.
Yeah, his parents, Josh Brolin's divorced from his wife, so the kid lives with his mom and new quote unquote soon to be stepdad. And he's got on his phone all the time. Like when they're trying to hunt, he keeps getting pissed off because he's playing games and trying to talk to his girlfriend back home and like just being a fucking kid, with an iPhone these days. So there's a lot of relatability that you see where like these worlds are meeting for the first time, and it's like, how do we adapt? How did that clash go? I mean, his stepdad is fucking hilarious. I'll give this away. The stepdad gives him a gun. Like, his dad gives him a gun that's like his grandfather's lever action fucking like Winchester that's like 100 years old and passed down through their family for like his first hunting. His fucking stepdad shows up and gives him a gift as he's getting in the car to go, and it's like an M16 with like a laser sight.
Yeah,
wait, with like a banana clip with like a laser sight, like the complete ridiculous.
It's like, showboating, Greg. It's showboating,
but no silencer.
No silencer.
Yeah, no silencer.
Which is just it's hilarious.
It's really not that unheard of for a little kid to get a gun like that, though.
No.
Well, the assault rifle, yes.
For random people watching the movie, I'm sure it's pretty shocking, but no.
I mean, the kid's first gun should be not an assault rifle. It should be a shotgun or a bolt action or something a little bit more reasonable.
You want that spread.
It's not that reasonable. We'll give it a nice spread.
I know.
Got a problem over here? You ain't got a problem over here anymore either.
But yeah, no, I think that if you are somebody, I think most of our listeners are probably not in that culture in growing up.
I'd say the majority.
The majority, based on our demographics. But it'll allow you to have insight into that type of world, and it'll show you, looking through somebody else's lens. And I think it's important, especially in how divided everyone is these days. Like, you can remember that, like, these are human beings. They have love, they have family, they're going through their own problems, like, dealing with their own issues of, being a dad who's divorced and dealing with this, and being a friend who doesn't get acknowledged. Like, all these things are very relatable that you could just cookie cut out of that situation and put in the big city. It just won't be chasing deer, you'll be chasing ass or something.
And can we talk about the pictures, the Polaroids?
Yes.
Oh my God! Yeah. Dude,
Yes.
was that your voice?
Yeah, you showed me a picture. You showed me a picture. No, I didn't show you these pictures. This is Philip. He's our insurance adjuster. Like, dude, that whole thing is ridiculous.
Let's explain this context real quick. So in the film, Danny McBride's character and the kid are having some like alone time.
They're bonding.
Yeah, the dad went off to go whatever, and he's like hanging out in the tent with the kid. And he's like, Danny's like, do you ever show a picture of my girlfriend? Which he did earlier in the movie, but this time, instead of on his phone, he pulls out Polaroids. And these Polaroids are his girlfriend getting gangbanged by a bunch of black dudes.
Wow.
And Danny's there, and he's like, look, see, my foot's still in that one. And like, it's totally cool with it. And not only like encouraging, so much so that like Josh Brolin and him get into a fight about it later because he's like showing his son all this like fucking
nasty stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking picadillos.
Yeah, that's illegal. The kid's 13.
Yeah, but
highly unorthodox situation.
It's very. I mean, yeah, you couldn't. Mind you, you see the shots of the Polaroids in the movie, so
you
like
see his toe. You see
his toe, but like in the Polaroids, like you just see like a black guy's ass. You don't see like full frontal. You don't. It's not like you're flipping through like a Hustler magazine or something. It's like they had to be able to put it in frame to just imply what was going on without actually showing the crazy skin and like the graphics.
Editing on this movie is really top.
Well done. One of my favorite parts is the fact that they cut to their program, the hunting program, the actual show.
The bleed-in is ridiculous.
It's a great transition too, because it is like very like public access 90s like quality, hokey. Fucking like
it's just like one of those shows.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like almost public access, like level of production quality, but it's on like a different channel.
Yeah, like whatever the knockoff version of Cabela's Outdoors is.
And it'll cut to him like promoting a product. Also, that's the greatest thing.
I always use my binoculars for blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's like the deer collar that he uses.
Yeah. I wonder if that was product placement in there, because
could have been.
They do. I mean, there's a huge market for that. They know their audience they're playing to. I thought it was an awesome movie. What were some of your favorite parts of it? First of all, beside from that, let me see if we can guess when the other times for the ADR was.
The tent scene for sure.
The tent scene for sure.
Yeah, mainly the majority of it is after he got shot and the whole.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
the noises and whatnot.
Yeah.
Did you do that when he got shot? Those screamings and like oh fuck. You hit me good. Whatever he says there.
I did maybe half of that. Kind of got in there. Yeah.
Word. By the way, for those of you out there watching, there's people getting tattooed in the lobby right behind us. So if you're wondering why a gentleman just lay down on a table through the window, it's because one of our other shows here at Dash, what was their name? Their show's name?
I have no idea. Wasn't even listening. But
we'll get you back. I'll give them a shout out here real quick. We'll find out. I can't remember.
I thought it was hilarious because Mama came in and I didn't even tell her what we were doing today. And she comes in and this guy's getting a tattoo.
Dude, her face was a look of terror. Like I see all the blood just rush out of it, like not knowing anything what to expect. And normally this doesn't ever happen. But apparently they're the guys who have this show, which we will find out and remember the name of, did a contest with their fans and said we will pay for anyone to get a tattoo of the logo of our show and the host face on them for free. So throughout this time that we're recording,
that's
also.
Yes, yeah. So we will get.
They must have a strong fan base.
Nighttime. The nighttime show with Steven who?
Oh,
Glickman.
yeah,
That's Steven is who we met.
Nice. Great job.
Okay, shout out to Steven. You guys go check them out. Go check out their social, and you'll see the other side.
You got to be a really rabid fan to want to win somebody else's face on your arm forever.
This is fucking hilarious. And it's actually, because look at just how it's framed up. Oh, I thought he was getting that on his ass for a second. I was like, what?
He's like in the perfect.
I do the Ding Dong show, and they actually have this weird fan base also that comes around once a year. They have a thing every year, and it's like these 50 dudes follow them around for a week. I mean, everywhere Perry and Don and Mole go, they're on their ass all day. Those motherfuckers would probably get Don Barris's face on it too. Like, but no, they are some weird motherfuckers.
Soon we will have a contest of our own for Skitbags, and I would love to get our logo tattooed somewhere on some people's bodies.
Yeah, if you like dogs, why not?
Yeah. Right. Anyways, back to the show. You know what else I was watching on Netflix? Real quick, as a little caveat, that's in the same vein. That I was super impressed with The Ranch. I was not thinking I was gonna like it at all because I don't like that laugh tracky sitcom style, and it's very much in the vein of that 70s show.
Makes you laugh though.
This one is different because first of all, it's Ashton Kutcher produced it, so he runs basically the content, and they can drop F-bombs because it's on Netflix. So it is not as cheesy and hokey as a network sitcom normally is, and it's set in Denver or Colorado, and it's about like Ashton Kutcher plays like a star quarterback who comes home to this ranch who's failing, but Sam Elliott is his dad.
That's the best part about it.
Oh my God. It's him. Sam Elliott just fucking berates Ashton Kutcher throughout this whole show, and it's hilarious. He's like the old Southern dude, the stereotypical old Southern dad living at this ranch. Like, oh, you think playing footballs for pansies? Like real men do work. I've never seen
it's like 4 times a deeper voice than that.
There's no way I can.
I didn't want to call it out.
I wasn't really attempting. I was just trying to make a distinction that was talking as him.
It's the most guttural, lowest voice in show business.
Anyways, I think it's hilarious. It's funny show. It's very contextual. Like in this, they are in a small town, and like one of the first couple episodes, I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of season 1. They're in 6 fucking seasons right now, by the way. But I watched
the Roadhouse over Christmas.
Oh yeah,
the original,
the old school joint.
Yeah,
classic.
That's so well done too.
It's a goofy movie, but a good one.
It is.
Oh yeah,
it's a
Come
movie
on, when he rips that dude's fucking throat out, that's boss.
Who said? There was a comedian who made a joke about Roadhouse when he was like one of those guys that's like a bouncer who always talks about bouncing and goes back with his other bouncer friends and they watch Roadhouse and jerk each other off together. I think it was Rogan, but I can't remember.
I'm sure it was. That's funny.
It's like the ultimate dream for a bouncer.
Yeah,
to be Swayze from Roadhouse.
It is that is the dream. That's the goal.
Except none of them know karate, and they never will.
Yeah, very true. Or look like Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, or look like Patrick Swayze. No bouncer looks like Patrick Swayze. If a bouncer looks like Patrick Swayze, they're probably not a very good bouncer.
Right?
In real life.
Very true. Very true. So Kev, what the fuck have you been up to lately, brother?
A lot. Yeah. No, it's been good. I just did a movie with. They're bringing back. I got the hookup with Master P.
Oh yeah.
Really?
And so I'm the button in the end of the second one, and they're shooting a third one in the next month or so that I'll be in throughout.
Wait, I got to hook up 3? Oh, so he's really serious. Is who's in it? Fat Boy C and somebody else is like the main stars or something?
I had a scene with Mike Epps, and what the greatest thing about it is I play the toe-sucking bandit. So I'm like the token white guy of any black comedy, and I break into houses and steal jewelry and cash, and if someone happens to be sleeping in the bed, which is like this, it was this beautiful Dominican model. Yeah. Rosa Acosta is her name. And I can't help myself and I have to suck on them toes.
That's your calling card.
So I got that going on. Big news is our show Pros of Cons.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. We signed with a showrunner for 6 months.
Now explain to the average person in Idaho what a showrunner is.
So basically, we have brought them on to sell our show. That's what they do. That's their job. That's their shit. And they get us in the door. We have meetings with Netflix. We're getting meetings with Comedy Central, TBS.
Nice.
Hulu's, all the fucking shit.
Yeah.
So let's bring it back and talk about pros and cons a little bit, because I want to give a shout out that you guys, Mike Hermosa, Lauren Bullock, and yourself were our inaugural first guests ever on this show.
That's right. Thanks.
Over a year ago, by the way, and thank you for that. I would direct our listeners to go view that episode, but tragically it was lost in the California fires. So it is not. The video and the audio is not available currently. That's why we have to have all you guys back on.
So now we just have to shout out Hermosa. And
yes. And is there social for the show, like social media?
Pros and Cons on Instagram, right?
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
It's the Pros of Cons on Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's the Pros of Cons.
The Pros of Cons on Instagram.
I remember
Very
that
funny pilot.
Hilarious. Explain, give people a pitch. So what's the show about?
Well, basically, it's it's myself, Richard Reel, Chloe, God, I can't think of her last name right now, and Michael Buscemi.
Yes.
And I play one of those assholes that gets up in his dad's apartment building that his dad owns. So I basically don't ever pay my rent. And I go out and dress up as a homeless man and panhandle.
For income.
For income, yeah. Those people
rent.
do exist.
Yeah.
And
sure.
And it's fun though, because I also take a one-eyed dog around with me, and we do street shows.
The cutest one-eyed dog I've ever seen in my entire life.
You'd never even know it was missing an eye.
Right.
What type of dog? It's like a little
It's like a little chihuahua.
Yeah, it's
a little thing. Yeah.
And I remember being on set for one of your shooting days, and with Michael there, actually. And funny story is Michael Buscemi, I knew he was coming on set that day. I had never met him and truthfully didn't know what he looked like at all. Didn't look him up. I just assumed he looked something like his brother. And I'm sitting there on set, and his character is supposed to be like a homeless guy.
Yeah.
And I wasn't aware of this. And he comes walking up, and we're shooting like on a main street in LA, like with a red, like on location. So like there are homeless people just like walking around us, like, and he fucking walks up and starts talking to me, and I'm like, what the fuck, go away, bro. And I'm like, damn, I'm about to like tell this homeless dude to be like, yo man, you got to get the fuck away from here. We're filming something. Like, so we have like crafts, there's like a craft table.
Very intolerant of you.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the middle of a fucking shoot, man. I gotta run the set. Sorry. Whatever. We're playing the back guy. Look at me. But hilarious when Lauren came over and was like, Michael, how are you doing? Giving him a hug. And I'm like, oh my God, I almost told Michael Buscemi to fuck off. I was like, I felt so bad. And I couldn't bring it up to him afterwards until like much later in the day. I was like, by the way, if I was like weird with you at first, man, it's because I didn't know you were here. I thought you were so good in character. Like, you were so method, Michael. I just believed you every second of it.
He's a good bum. Plays a good bum.
Yeah.
Plays a great
Well, and he's also in that Klansman movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's one that I got to see. I've been waiting for it to come out. It is out now. I have no excuse.
It's
I mean, not from theaters. Anyways, whatever. But yeah, so what else? We're working on big. Shout out to Hermosa and Bullock. We love you guys.
Wild
Love y'all. Shit's about to go down.
All right, Wild 7 Films.
Yeah. What else you got? I mean, what's
So we signed with Spirit Medicine, so that's what they do to answer your question. So anyone out there, you got to get a showrunner.
Yeah.
That's just, you can't do it all by yourself.
And
They'll pitch the show, they'll run it,
Yeah.
do the hires,
It's
produce
cool.
it.
I have another show called It's a Beach Thing, where I play a lifeguard.
That's where the weight went. I said you slimmed down since last time I saw you.
And it's hilarious. It's actually my roommate created the whole concept with his brother. It's the Wright Brothers Pictures. And let me see. I got to do this.
go into the phone, pull the plug.
No, yeah, I know, right? He texted me this thing this morning. So
This is really interesting.
it's a beach thing. It's a comedy TV show about degenerate roommates who live in a rundown California beach house. The show is their morons and blah, 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 blah. You can watch the Vimeo at It's a Beach Thing, episode 1.
Nice.
And make sure you put the apostrophe in the It's.
And
a beach thing.
that link will be in the description of this video as well. So you can just pop down to the description side on YouTube and click away.
Sweet.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
throw that in there along with all the social media and the links to all the websites where you can find all of Kevin's projects. But so I want to get a little bit more in depth with your journey. We talked about this on our first episode, but now that I got you here one-on-one,
Right.
let's walk through your journey from the East Coast to out here, because we gear our show towards the up and coming kid in Iowa who wants to get into the industry and doesn't know how and doesn't know where to start. So Carolina, South?
I grew up in both North and South Khaki.
Yeah.
So it was Southern Pines, North Cac, and Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston.
And that's where Mom is at now. Mom! And so I, back and forth in the CACs, and then at my college years, were in Wilmington, North Carolina, because they had the studios there, Screen Gems.
Nice.
So I had acting coach, speech coach for like 4 years. That was my college, maybe 3 years.
Now, how did you get into acting? Because I'm telling you, Kev, you don't seem like the kind of guy that's like, man, I want to be a fucking actor.
No, just my whole life. Yeah, theater, fucking goofball shit. But then I also rode a skateboard. So maybe that's for the...
Down in the South, the theater kids are always the most freaky, I've noticed. Because when I was doing theater, I went through a phase. I go through phases. Everyone go through phases, so don't judge. But I would walk around school and be the lead of the musical and the chorus department with cowboy boots, a buckle, flannel shirt, lip-a-dipping, cowboy hat, walking through the halls of my high school. Fucking straight up. And I was so out of place going into the auditorium.
The theater guys hated me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Me too.
They all looked the same. I'm like, you all look the same. How are you different?
Yeah. It's weird because it's like the theater kids are where all the outcasts from everywhere get kind of fall into place, at least like in public school. Like if you're going to a performing arts school that's geared to that, obviously you're not going to be the outcast. Right. But like my high school growing up, like one of it was very Varsity Blues-esque. So like jock based, football based, sports based, like to be a popular kid and to be cool, like I had to fucking like fight my way to the top, kind of so to speak, because it was unheard of that like this drama kid and this chorus kid was like ever gonna be like a cool pop,
like the king
person.
That'd be a good movie idea, like how some like chorus kid becomes like the king of the school.
Welcome to my life, Carl. I throw the dopest keggers. My parents still hate me for it.
Nice.
Anyways, so you're in theater. You're after theater, after high school. You stick around there to do some acting classes. And what? When did you make the trip out here?
2001.
Ooh. So you've been for a minute.
This summer, and it was the summer before 9/11 when all that shit went down. Yeah, so it's been a minute. I went back a couple times for family reasons, and but it's like once you go back, it's like
no,
do it. Can't do
it. I love you, mama, but no.
Same thing I said. She's like, when you moving back home? I said, never.
when I got buy a sweet ass house on the water.
Well, yeah, when I'm like rich and I can like live comfortably,
live anywhere.
Past that, man, fuck Philly.
I mean, I just went to Savannah in the fall, and Savannah's very similar to like Charleston.
Yeah.
And historic city, southern, but the unique thing about Savannah is it has SCAD there. So it's very artistic too. Like Savannah College of Art and Design is a very big art school. So you got a bunch of liberalism and stuff. And side note, you can walk around with an open container in Savannah because they're fucking awesome there.
Yep.
But other than that,
they dye their river green
for St. Patty's.
Yeah,
and it's a great town. Gotta plug it. But it's something like I'm comfortable here walking down the street smoking a joint. No, sir, in Savannah.
Yeah.
You will not catch me doing any of that. They will throw you away. It's Georgia. They'll fucking lock you up in a second. But I think that, going back there, I was like, man, I could see myself maybe moving back to Florida or Georgia, like living in a little waterside town like this. It's really cool. You can get into a rhythm. And then as soon as I touch down back in LA, I go, thank fucking God.
Yes.
Thank God I'm here. I was like, that was a lapse of judgment.
To do today.
Yeah. Right? I don't know why. Like, everyone was moving so fucking slow.
Yes.
And I'm like, trying to drive, like, get out of the way. And, like, my fucking LA road rage took over just walking down the street. Like, people are, like, in the sidewalk. And I'm like, move out of my way, man. Walk faster.
Walk fast.
Anyways, so you got out here. Where did you start when you got out here? Did you have contacts?
I came out with and keep in mind they filmed a lot in Charleston and in Wilmington. Like I'm even in some Dawson Creek episodes.
Oh, nice,
hilarious,
nice.
And I worked at Screen Gems as a security guard. I'll tell you a funny story. Actually, I got fired personally from what's his name? God damn it.
It's real memorable.
I know. The guy that owns Screen Gems, his father was a famous director. And the point is, I was a security guard, and I had like 3 jobs because I won that damn car, remember? And so I worked the 12 to 8 in the morning shift, and so to stay awake. And they gave me the keys to everything.
Yeah.
And they were filming Muppets in Space during this time. And so I get in my golf cart, go and get Kermit, Miss Piggy, and Gonzo, put them in my cart, cruise over to the spaceship set, and we sit up in the spaceship and get high as fuck. High as fuck. And I'm all like, Kermit, man, you got to lay off Piggy like that, man.
Oh, my God.
This whole fucking night.
I'm so jealous.
And then I put him back in the cart. And put them away, because how puppeteers are fucking crazy. And so I have the keys to everything. So I go into the guy's. God, why can't I remember his name? If you look up Screen Gems, it'll tell you who owned it. But I go into his office and I put my headshot in every drawer in his desk. and I get called the next day, and they're like, "You need to come in, please." Uh-oh. And I come in and it's him, and he goes, I just had to fire you personally. And he goes, it's not about the ones in the desk, but you put them in the paper towel dispenser, and I cut my finger on one of the damn staples. Because this is when you stapled your resume to the back of your headshot. This is old school.
Yeah.
And he goes, now come with me. And he walks me right next door to the Fincannon Associates who do all the casting. And they go, Mark Fincannon, come out here. This is the guy you need to meet. And he comes out and he goes, Kevin DeWitt. Because I go by there once a week with a FedEx envelope with my headshot and resume and run in frantically like, oh my God, I don't want to lose my job. This has to go to Mark right away. Once a week, like the 3 years I was out there. And it's a pretty good story, right?
Great story.
Oh, Frank Capra. Yeah, Frank Capra Jr. Fired me personally.
Big name. That's an honor.
And what's funny about that is then I got a part on that, it got cut, but it was that movie with Vince Vaughn and Steve Buscemi. Oh. Domestic Disturbance.
Oh,
Travolta.
yeah.
And Buscemi got stabbed in the bar in Wilmington, almost died, and that's how me and Michael were talking about that.
Oh, I remember hearing about that.
For real got stabbed.
In a bar fight.
Right. In a bar
because of Vince Vaughn.
It was heavily reported.
Because of Vince Vaughn?
Oh, he's a douche.
Why does that not surprise you?
Yeah.
But shout out to Vince Vaughn's production company.
Sorry.
Funny as fuck, super talented, but you know, I can imagine that. Anyways.
Well, this is like how long ago?
Yeah, who knows? People change. It's all good. You are forgiven. So what's next? You got canned from the security gig.
So then I just decide that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna move to LA, and I come out with a list like this, and it just goes to this because that's just people talking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, come out. Give me a call when you get out here.
Yep.
Come on. Yeah, let's do it. And and so I had one buddy that came through, and he introduced me to Billy Howardell from Perfect Circle, and Billy got me a job as a PA on music video.
Okay, cool.
And so I started doing production.
Yeah.
And because I figured, why I don't want to wait tables, I don't want to bartend. We all know how that went, Mama. And
I want to hear that story now.
Keep you sober and out of trouble.
And so I worked, and I was in really good shape. So I worked at the gym, and then I worked in production, and then I just kind of mingled and met people along the way.
Which is a great way to start if you're coming out here.
Right.
Is get a PA gig, go to Central Casting, do some background work, do like Thomas did, then know nobody, and come out here and just fucking like, you know, you got to get your foot in the door somehow, and you got to start meeting people, and you know, when you don't have any contacts, that's the way to go.
Got to put yourself in weird situations.
Yeah, and you got to be willing to work weird hours for basically nothing, but the experience you're getting on set and the contacts you're making is really what you're working for. You're not like, oh, I want to be a fucking PA for. Nobody wants to be a fucking PA as a career. No, that doesn't exist. So
there are some lifers out there. Though.
There are. But, you know, generally, I would say it's more of a stepping stone. Wait, there's a union for PAs?
No.
There's no PA union. You're just making a joke. All right. Fuck out of here. I was like, what? Cool.
And you got to want to do it, man.
Yeah.
You got to want to do it. I've been lucky enough, like my whole life, I just knew this is what I was going to do. And I had buddies that graduated college and they still had no idea. So I'm really blessed about that. And I've had a very supportive mama.
Aww.
Mama!
Shout out to moms.
Love you, mama. We're going to the Wee Spa after this.
There you go.
But first we're going to In-N-Out. She has to have her In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Don't you go to the weed spot first and then go to In-N-Out?
No, we're just getting nails and facials and shit.
Wee Spa.
Weed spot.
Wee Spa.
I thought you said my brain just heard weed spot, and that's what I heard. And maybe that's just why I'm always looking forward to it. Yeah, I was like, shout out to mom.
Wee Spa.
So you're doing some PA work. What else? You just going on auditions as well?
Yep. Auditioned a lot commercially, and I didn't. For a while, I never really had this look. So like. And then
you
I got
look totally different when you were younger, by the way. I've seen you post pictures on your Insta of like a throwback from then.
Yeah.
You do look so different.
I clean up. But then I got in with Funny or Die. That was cool. That helped me a lot. And people started taking me seriously as, like this dude's funny.
Yeah.
What were you doing with them? A bunch of their skits?
I did a whole series of Rednecks for Obama. You can see on Funny or Die, and I have a whole character, and it's all improv.
Nice.
That's the
all
most
improv.
Fun.
Like we just went in, and I just started talking shit.
Nice.
And it's hilarious. They're really good. And then I guess when I did. What was it, 3 years ago when I won Best Actor for Metal Detector.
Nice.
At a couple festivals.
That's right. I remember you doing Metal Detector.
It was like the short film, Joe.
Yeah, where I don't even say anything.
Yeah.
And where did you take that? You took that ITV?
Right. ITV.
Did that go to South by?
No.
Okay.
No, I went to a couple here and locally. Mm-hmm. But that helped set, I guess, my own personal bar on what level I need to be on. Because I really did the work on that. So that was cool. I forgot where I was going with this.
No, you're good. Yeah. What is that festival life like from an actor standpoint?
It's a party. You
have to do like Q&A after.
You do the Q&As. You do the whole rigmarole, but it's
and then just check out what else is there and just network and stuff.
Yeah, and the other guys that are there are supposed to be there doing their shit, getting it sold.
They're supposed to like actually be working, whereas you're the talent. You can just fuck off and do whatever
I did
you
the
want.
work. You just you're watching my work.
Dream gig.
Now, one time, didn't you go to a festival like Vermont or something? You guys stayed in a haunted house? Or something?
Yes.
Yeah, ITV Fest.
ITV Fest.
Now, what was this haunted house story? I heard about this story. They said these guys were like running around like scared children.
Oh, dude, we all slept in the same. We put all the couches together. We all had our own bedrooms. And at the end of the night, we put all the couches together. We all slept in the same room, snuggled up together. That's how scared we were, dude. It was ridiculous.
Both adorable and frightening at the same time.
Describe one of the hauntings. We need to know.
Well, that's the thing. Like we looked it up online. Apparently, the place was an old hospital, like an old children's hospital. And then we broke into the back area of the house, and there were all these old little hospital rooms with creepy kids' drawings on the walls and shit. Yeah.
It's an Airbnb?
Yes.
An old tuberculosis hospital converted to an Airbnb.
That's crazy.
And the other thing was there were only 2 bars in the place, in the little town. And everyone was like, oh, you're staying there? Oh, that place is haunted. Like, everyone confirmed it. We're like, fuck! And then, so the other 2 guys, Rob, who was the director for Metal Detector, he was with me. That was the year that I won for that. Yeah. And those fuckers drop us off, drive down the street, get out of the car, and come running up and break into the back of the house while we have no idea. We're just home chilling, and we're sitting there talking, watching a movie, and all of a sudden we're like, "Did you hear that?" And then we kept hearing something, and then we heard someone running upstairs down the hallway. We lost our shit. I mean, that was it. And at the same time, his buddy was downstairs waiting. So he starts banging on the window. So now we run the other direction. And then finally, I'm like, fuck it, I'm out of here. And so I go out and I get on the phone. And keep in mind, I'm also calling Rob to make sure. At one point, we're like, they're fucking with us. They're totally fucking with us. Mm-hmm. So I'm calling Rob, and Rob's is all like, hello, no, I'm in bed, man. Like, trying to play it off.
He's like in a closet upstairs.
And then finally, I'm out in the front yard, and I call Rob. I'm like, you better be fucking with us. This better fucking be you. And then he could tell I was about to lose my shit. And he comes running out. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Y'all said something else like real kind of happened after that or something, or no? Or
that's Neil.
Oh yeah.
That's Neil seeing some stuff.
Yeah, he said he's seen some crazy stuff.
And he even has a whole video. He filmed like a majority of that because we were already fucking around with this camera, and he has all that happening on the camera.
Does he have footage of like orbs or like an aberration or something?
He's got footage of it.
A couple clips.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Neil, what the fuck, man? Where's that video?
Right.
You gotta throw that shit up.
I did Neil's thing too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, how was that?
It was fun, dude. I played. You cut them drugs up real proper, son.
I do, son.
And but I came off pretty gangster. I was kind of happy about it.
Red Shirts, I believe, is the name of his show.
Yep.
Which should be fun too. You know, so. We'll see. Are you guys done filming for that? For at least that pilot?
For the pilot,
yeah. The pilot's all set up. He needs a showrunner now, basically.
Exactly.
Cool.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
It'd be like DJ Khaled up in here.
Right.
Got so many shows, so many things. Awesome, fun stuff. What lessons do you think, tricks or advice have you learned for being on set? Like, what are some things pointers you can give to the kid back home in the Carolinas?
Being on that want to come out and do what? Be an actor?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Just entertain. Try to be the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
ADR master.
Keep your head on your shoulders. I mean, is the main thing, and find a group of good people, and because you got to have I have friends that I have a small group of friends that I've known since the year I moved out here, and we all met on set as PAs together, and now my best friend Mike Gratzmiller is a camera op, owns a drone company, and he's a director.
Nice.
So you got to find people out here. They don't all have to be actors. You also want to find people that want to do camera, people that want to do sound, because this is how you make shit.
Yes. Very important, especially when you have no money.
Right. You got to get a squad of people that want to do their part of the world. And then you create and make from there.
And combine it all.
Yeah. I mean, that's really the best advice I could give just coming out if you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, find a job that you surround yourself with your peers.
Yeah.
And don't surround yourself with people that aren't progressing year by year. You know what I mean?
That's a big one. Don't get stagnant, and because a lot of people get comfortable in that bartend in fucking Hollywood, I'll go to auditions and get all fucked up all the time, and it's one big party. You can get lost in the party. Yeah. There is a party. And it's a great party.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, you just got to have self-control, and you got to have self-discipline. And like you said, surrounding yourself with like-minded people who want to further themselves and who are hungry to advance is huge, because it's almost like you have that, at least for me, it's a slight under-the-radar competitive nature of like, oh, well, shit, they're doing all this stuff. I got to get on my game. Like, what the fuck? I got to step it up, man. I don't want to be left behind and see all my friends and stuff accelerate and become, have careers, and me still be fucking bartending or waiting tables or something. Yeah. Like, that's when you start feeling the broken dream side of LA. Yeah. But, I think that most of the time, if you are surrounding yourself on a day-to-day basis with people in the industry and doing PA work, doing central casting, shit like that, you're going to want to hang out with other people in the industry. You're going to be like, oh, well, if we're going to do something social, let's do a game night. And it'll be with the peers I work with. And through that, you fucking think of an idea for a show or a movie or whatever and kind of create it yourself. But if all your friends are fucking strippers and waitresses or something, you're not going to get a lot of work done.
Yeah.
You could have those friends, but just keep them your Friday friends.
I went through that at a point when I first got here. I was meeting a lot of people that weren't really into the entertainment thing, or they weren't serious about it. You know what I mean? They wanted to treat it like a video game. They just wanted to cut it on and off when it was convenient to them.
No.
And then I came to a point where I really had to stop fucking with them. Like, I was just like, yo, real talk, if you ain't coming over here to do something or make a song or write something or like think of something or like something to push us forward beyond the regular life, I really can't fuck with you, homie. And it's nothing personal. Nah. It's just, that's not the mission I'm on.
It's different when you're young coming out here, because it depends on where you're coming from and your background, obviously, but most of the time I feel like people young coming out there, they're like, oh, we have all this time ahead of me. I got, I'm in my early 20s, I'm 19, 20 years old, and I'm hitting LA for the first time, trying to be an actor. I got plenty of time. I got my whole life out here. I don't have to rush right away, but you got to understand that there is 1,000 other people out here just like you that are doing it in 24 hours a day. They are going to beat you to the punch. When you come out here, you have to imagine that somebody's working harder than you constantly. That's the only way to drive yourself, because if not, you give yourself excuses to not do something. Like when I go home sometimes, I'm like, do I want to watch this Netflix show, or do I want to work on production stuff, or like work on writing this script or something? Right. And most of the time it's after a full fucking day of work and I'm already exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted, but I go and I do the production work. Now, granted, when I go home, I have a glass of whiskey and smoke a bowl when I do it. Right. But that's fine. Whatever your process is
that's how you decompress.
Yeah. But you can find your leisure time. But if you're out here and you're like, I'm in LA, it's Friday, I'm definitely not working because I'm going to the club, and you got other people that are like, yo, we're gonna go shoot this thing on a Friday night because we're all off work, that you should go shoot. Like, absolutely. Like, granted, like you said, well, you can have fun. You can go to the parties, but they'll always be there. They'll be there when you're fucking 30. They'll be there when you're 40. They'll be there when you're 50. So you can go back and dip your toe whenever.
The quality of the parties will be so much better.
Yes.
Yes. Let's really talk about that,
when you are young out here, you're waiting in line someplace. You don't know anybody. You can't afford shit because everything's super expensive. Like, it's not like, back home in the South, you go to a bar and it's like they have nickel beer night, like literal nickel beers, and like it's like a PBR tall can is $3, like $2 PBRs all day in Tampa, all over Florida. And you come out here, a fucking PBR can will be like $7-8.
Yeah.
And easy, a single beer, 10, 12. So
it'll be a tall boy though.
Yeah, it will be a tall boy. Because you want to be, they charge the extra tax so you can look cool while you're drinking it. That's the LA hipster life. But I'm just saying, like, you don't need to be wasting your time on the nonsense. Like, take it from somebody who dove headfirst into the nonsense the first time I was out here in college. And you can listen to stories from me and my good friend Mickey Gooch Jr. all about those fucking heydays and how unproductive. Him and I running out here. By the way, founder, CEO of Skitbags, Mickey. We were out here going to college. We both wanted to pursue acting. Like, we had that in our genes, and that's one of the reasons we became friends. Neither one of us went on a single fucking audition, didn't go to any fucking classes, didn't do anything in the acting world.
You were just going to be one.
Yeah. We at that moment in our lives, we were a little busy enjoying the life of the party because he'd never been to that. And Mickey is a unique human being.
Oh yes, an Iron Man of sorts.
That human being is the only person who's been able to outdo me on partying. Like, that's it. And we used to go toe to toe. And he would say, like, Devin's the only person that can kind of hang. And I'd be impressed. I'd be like, Mickey go for like another round, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So anyways, you get lost. And like, granted, I have great stories, you know, but those stories, if I wasn't doing this now, what am I gonna be back in Florida in a bar telling those stories? How depressing is that shit? Right. You know, and like failed. I went back to Florida for a decade and tried to have a film career there and tried to build a film industry there with my own production company, and just realized it's not gonna work. So that way, when I came back out here now, I had so much more appreciation for where I was and being in a town that all this is created. So I'm like, I can't waste any time. Like, you got to be after it all the time, because now I'm like, I wasted 10 years. Like, I didn't waste them. No regrets. Like, beautiful things happened to me over that course of time. But I guarantee you, like, if I had stayed out here, I would not have been pursuing it. Like, going back to Florida, like, kind of forced me to pursue it there and stuff. So, I mean, because you always, you want it to be in the career. You want to, excel. Don't want to be waiting tables. But stay focused. Fucking keep it good, people. Surround yourself. You got any horror stories? You got any shit that went wrong on set with anything?
No, not really. Except for that movie I did where I got my arm chopped off.
You could barely notice.
Well, actually, what's funny is, you remember that movie, Mama? And so,
slow nod. Of course,
I get my arm chopped off after making out with the chick in the woods. Your standard horror film. It's called Devin's Ghost. And the guy's got a baseball bat with a circular saw in the end of it. And he comes in and he chops my arm. And I die really well. Blood squirting, blood coming out the mouth.
Good.
But the guy, I moved back home because of family. And the guy needed I never was supposed to say anything. I never had any lines, but you know how I roll. So all of a sudden they're like, just go with it. Say whatever. And I'm talking so much shit. I'm all like, come on, girl, get you up in these woods. And so they needed the ADR. Yeah. And so I tried to do it back home, and it was so shitty. And this was years ago, so like it wasn't that easy to just do and sit there.
You can't just pop open your laptop.
Right. And so the guy editing was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just do it myself. So when I watched the film, the editor was a gay black man. So my whole voice in this movie is this gay black dude like, girl, let me get you in these woods. So check it out. Devin's Ghost.
Devin's Ghost. No relation to myself. Big shout out to Cassie Dang, by the way. She just popped in through the window over at Dash Comedy, one of our friends, our fam over there. If you're wondering, again, for the listeners and the viewers at home, there is tattooing going on right behind us through the window. So a little bit of chaos, a little fun stuff in the studio.
Oh, before I forget, I also need to plug a good friend of mine. You can follow her at Hey Roz, It's Me. Instagrams.
Hey Roz, what is she?
She's
actress?
An actress. Yep.
Cool. Very cool. Go follow her. Check her out. You guys work together? Have you worked together with her?
I have. Yeah.
Nice.
She's very funny.
Nice. Very comedic. Love it. Love it. What is your favorite comedy joke that you've told or done on set? Like improv or written? Like, for you to perform it, what has been the most fun?
Man,
all of them? I'm like going through the Rolodex of your head.
It's kind of a gift. But it's just it's just always on the spot. Like I can't really think of any particular running bit that I have.
Well, your physical humor in Pros of Cons is awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Man.
Like you walking, just the opening of you walking, like the beats. I know it was planned and stuff, but your demeanor, I could tell just by your presence, your look for that character, very physical. Like that character has elements of like a Buster Keaton,
right?
Like
Thank you.
very
Thank
much
you.
so. Yeah, absolutely. And that's Buster's like one of my favorite. I love silent film genres because it's a challenge to be able to communicate without words. So you have to use only your body and only your face. And you do that in a lot of these scenes, especially a lot of the beats and pauses that are humorous.
Right.
You know, and I think that's an awesome thing. And that's one of my favorite things I've seen you do. So, yeah, man. I can't wait. I can't wait for more.
Yeah. We're at an hour.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
right
sweet.
at?
Smidgen below.
Smidgens. Mama! I've been fucking with her all week.
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about what you guys have been doing since Mom's been in town.
We went and did a pottery class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we made
Nice.
bowls. Somehow I managed to go through 3 blocks of clay. That shit's hard, man.
So what, it kept breaking on you?
No, it's just a wibble wobble.
Are you? What is it with you and Patrick Swayze? We were talking about Roadhouse
I know.
before
Yeah,
this.
it's
You got
talking
fucking
ghosts.
pottery. There's ghosts up in here. Yeah, what is?
I don't know, man.
You and Mama were
Guy's a
reenacting
legend.
the scene from Ghost. That's a little weird.
No, what's funny
It's a little weird.
is they played the damn song while we were doing it. I'm like, are you serious?
So cliche.
Hilarious.
So we did that.
Perfect date spot.
Yeah, right. Actually, got people there on dates. Yeah.
Of course.
That's what the music's for.
Yeah. Pottery, painting with a twist, all that kind of shit.
We're going to get ready to hit up the Wee Spa. What else did we do, Mama? Just hung out. Did some shoppings and whatnots.
Cool.
Rodeo Drive, you know.
The rodeo.
Hit the Prada and the
Yeah.
Gucci.
Nah, we went to Burbank, dog.
It's that outlet mall down towards Oxnard.
The other, we call it rodeo over here, not rodeo. It's called Rodeo Drive.
I know, you go south of Olympic, it's rodeo.
Yeah. They do got one down there. There's actually another one in LA that's a totally different street, and it's actually called Rodeo.
I always thought it was the same street.
It's the
They just
same.
say
I thought it was the
different.
same street that just like south of fucking.
Dyslexic.
I thought it was just like south of the 10. It's called Rodeo.
Oh, I thought it was I didn't know it was an extended version of the street. I
thought that was a joke.
Because when I got here, I was like, no, so it's Rodeo's down here too. It's like, no, this is Rodeo. And I was just like, so I was like, it's the same street.
Yeah,
No, it's a different street.
It's not like Ventura Boulevard.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
There's some of these streets go for forever in this town. Like, you know, there's Crenshaw goes all the way down to the South Bay, almost to Long Beach.
Right.
Like it'll just go for forever, and you forget. So that's why when you say like, oh, I'm at this place, like it could be a wide range area.
I'm on Sepulveda.
Yes.
I'm on Sepulveda.
What the fuck, man?
That's like from Malibu all the way to Long Beach, anywhere.
It's like a 15-mile margin of error.
When I first
okay,
moved
gotcha.
here, I used to get lost like that because I was driving, because I'd be coming home 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe slightly inebriated. And you see the street and you just like, oh, this is Olympic right here. Oh, this looks like my crib. And you cool around and you look around and you're like, where the fuck am
You
I at? Like,
accidentally go south on Crenshaw for 10 miles, and then you're like, oh, I'm actually in Crenshaw now.
I'm in Compton right now
Yes.
at 3 a.m, wasted. This is not
God.
good.
It's like you didn't realize you weren't driving towards the hills.
Yep. LA. Love it though.
It's like that SNL sketch, The Californians, where they always,
Oh,
the sketch always breaks down into just like them giving directions.
Yeah. Devin?
Devin?
Which, by the way, I didn't know any fucking Devins until I moved out here. Like, I've met one other Devin maybe growing up. That's it. Didn't know, like, casually, whatever. And it seems like I've met guys and girls, everybody. It's like fucking Chris.
Girls
I used to
named
feel
Devin.
special, and now I just feel like a normal.
I didn't realize Devin was a unisex name.
Yeah, different spellings too. ONINENAN. Guilty
They
pleasure.
weren't sure, so they named him Devin.
I have yet to find someone to like pick their brain about this. Somebody else with like a unisex name, but I've always wanted to hook up with a Devin.
You're weird.
Are you kidding? How do you not want to call out your own name and not be talking about someone else? It's not be vain. I'm not.
That's a personal want for you.
Yeah. I think it's like a bucket list. Like if the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna pursue it.
Sure. Hey.
Well, there's no like Ryan, I guess. You
gotta pursue your dreams. That's what this whole show's about.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
Freddy Krueger's dream.
Yeah. And Kevin will never be coming back. Like these guys are freaks.
Yeah. Well,
homies.
Around good company. The freaks stick together. And we'll give some shout outs over here. I know we'll call it a wrap, but we gotta welcome our 2 new interns.
Yeah.
They're not on mic.
Julian.
They're in the corner.
Yeah.
Julian and Jacob.
Julian.
Both from the TP 813 to the Reezy. Yeah, get up over here. Say hello.
I'm Jacob. Hello.
And Julian.
Both from the same high school, which is cool.
Yeah. Some Blake alums up in here.
We're doing the most.
Nice.
South Florida doing the most.
Yeah.
Or Central? Was that Central Florida?
Middle Bay.
I don't
Gulf
know.
Coast,
There's a lot of Florida coming up here. I think we're gonna have to build a wall.
Build a wall.
I mean, shoot, you got to use that $20 million that they put in that GoFundMe for something.
Just the panhandle's blocked off from the rest of the South. It's like
Florida is a unique state. I love it to death, but it is a different country. You go there and I think the things are just very different.
my impression of Florida is just the movie The Birdcage. That's all I know about it.
Not that far off. That's a very accurate depiction of South Beach. Okay. So
okay.
I can't even do a good I'm sorry. But God bless those gentlemen.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Any projects you got coming up? Anything on the horizon?
Just
currently
the one with P. And,
No limit.
No limit.
Woo woo.
And of course, y'all be ready. Pros and cons.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Be doing that hopefully for the next
Making
6
moves.
years.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Well, when that
Through
gets
6.
Picked
There
up,
you go.
we're gonna have all you guys back on,
yeah,
and
definitely.
we'll do a proper launch again because I feel so bad about not having that fucking first episode, bro. Over the past year, how many times have you hit me up and said, "Yo, man, where's my episode? Where can I listen to this?"
Hey, do you have that
And
audio?
I'm like, it's got lost in the fires.
Lost in the fires.
Damn.
So
Sorry.
my deepest apologies, but
Well, I'm glad I could be the first one of this year.
yes, this will not be lost. You are the first one, honored and esteemed guest. You got anything else you want to let the people know? You got any words of wisdom for the youngsters? You got anything you want to leave us on?
Man. Be careful with your junk.
Yeah. That's right. Wear condoms.
Yeah, well, that and just be careful with, just stop saying dumb shit. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Think about it before you really want to put it out there.
We
Yes.
definitely do not do that here.
In this day and age,
Maybe we should start.
the consequences are much more dire for that sort of thing.
No, you're right. Got it. That's it. Beautiful. Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin fucking Dewitt in the studio. Give a round of applause, everybody.
Kevin, where can the people find you, Kevin?
Yeah. Shout out to the camera. Let people know
They
what's
can
going on.
find me at Kevin motherfucking DeWitt on Instagram.
Yes.
There you go.
Boom.
The
Boom.
one and only.
Boom, boom. The pros of cons. All the links that we've talked about for Kevin's projects will be in the description of the video. So if you're listening to this, make sure you go to the YouTube channel. Make sure you fucking subscribe, people. We got thousands of views and not that many subscribers. You know we love bringing you content. Why don't you just click that little button there for us? It's tempting you. It's beautiful. It's gonna make love to you all night.
Careful.
Sorry. See that whole thing about saying dumb shit?
Careful.
There we go. That was it. We'll end on Kevin because I'll have a special request to close this unique show. But let's start us off. We'll go around. Carl, What you got?
Oh, yeah. The Ding Dong Show at the Comedy Store, Mondays in the Belly Room, 10 p.m. all the time. Also can watch it on the YouTube, gtscomedyjam.com. We have 2 shows come through. If you're a funny comedian, you want to get on, hit us up. We always fuck with it. Also, you always got to check out things like The Clapper that's on Netflix. You got to check out Office Uprising that's on Crackle. You got to check out fucking Crosswords 3 when that shit drop. Come down the road. And I want Adam Sandler to stop fucking around and put out The Deported so I can have my cool scene with Jerry Bed not be fucking.
It's coming. It's coming.
Damn it. All right. I'm coming.
It's coming.
We're working on it. All right. Casey intern,
Casey's
shout
over
out.
there.
Casey Perchick on Instagram. Is it at Casey Perchick? Yeah. You sound so enthusiastic.
Okay.
It's easy.
You're gonna bring it over here.
Well, it's all good. Well, yeah.
Well,
it's there.
Okay, well, follow me on Instagram. I don't know.
Her name's Casey with a K.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to our friend Gabby back in Florida. She'll be back with the show in a couple weeks.
She'll be back.
Yep, she's going to visit fam.
Follow me on Instagram, TMCD with 2 underscores. And if you manage to find my Twitter, you will win a prize. I do not know what it is yet, but there's a fake one and a real one. If you manage to find it, it's quite impressive.
Oh.
You'll never find me.
Challenge.
Never.
Challenge accepted.
You'll never
Speaking
find me.
of prizes, we will be doing our lovely Dipper giveaway very, very soon because it is the new year. And you can go to the folks at dipstickvapes.com. Check them out. It is a portable dab machine, basically. So we got some promos. We're going to give some of these beautiful bad boys away.
Yeah, we're tired of looking at them.
We got much love for the Dipper family. They're always up in here. Thank you. Go follow them on social media. But more importantly, go to skitbags.com. That is the hub. That's where you're going to find the links to all of our other shows, to Film History, the History of Film podcast. It's audio, soon coming in video, all about the history behind epic films and things all Hollywood nature. Like we just did the Hollywood Sign as our most recent episode, and that was a lot of fun. Learned a bunch of shit that I had no idea about. The Mix and Serve also on there. You can find that on YouTube. Imagine a bartending meets The Daily Show. So very, very awesome. If you like cocktails, you like mixing drinks, you like news, go check them out. And then also Fight Up with me and Bertrand Wang, co-hosting, kind of like a De Sousa Mero meets, my brain is shorting out right now. Mystery Science Theater was the name. Thank you, T-Mac. So go check that out. We come in on all things fights, professional fights, movie fights, lame Tai Chi, unrealistic karate, fake fights, and we make fun of Steven Seagal regularly. So if you're really into that, you go really check that out. And coming,
as long as you don't fuck with Patrick Swayze.
Coming, P. Swayze is the GOAT, man. And coming soon, we will have more information up this, but stay tuned because we are building a plethora of other shows out there for you. So Skitbags on Instagram. I'm Sailor_Dev. And to take us out, I have a special request, Mr. Kevin Dewitt. I would like to know if you could ask Mr. Kenny Powers to close out our show in whatever Skitbags way he thinks.
All right, motherfucker. Thanks for tuning in, and kiss my ass and suck my dick running. Everybody.
Skitbags Radio, we're out!